Released in 1988, Twins is a high-concept comedy that pairs two of the most unlikely screen partners of its era. Directed by Ivan Reitman, the film subverts expectations by casting Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito as genetically engineered twin brothers separated at birth. What begins as a broad comedic premise gradually reveals itself as a surprisingly sincere exploration of identity, nature versus nurture, and emotional connection. Arnold Schwarzenegger delivers one of the most controlled performances of his career as Julius Benedict. Stripped of his usual action hero persona, Schwarzenegger leans into restraint and physical sincerity, using posture and cadence rather than bravado to sell the character's innocence and moral clarity. Danny DeVito, as Vincent Benedict, provides the film's chaotic counterbalance. His performance is energetic and sharp, rooted in survival instinct and streetwise cynicism. Crucially, DeVito avoids turning Vincent into a caricature, allowing vulnerability and insecurity to emerge beneath the humor. The chemistry between the two leads is the film's defining strength. Their contrast feels purposeful rather than gimmicky, allowing the comedy to arise organically from character interaction rather than forced setups. Ivan Reitman directs Twins with a steady, character-first approach. While the premise is inherently absurd, the film resists exaggeration, grounding its humor in situational irony and personality conflict rather than slapstick excess. The road trip structure allows for gradual development, using repetition and contrast to reinforce how environment shapes behavior. The comedy is gentle and often observational, relying on timing and performance rather than shock value. Importantly, Reitman balances humor with sincerity, allowing emotional beats to land without undercutting them with jokes, a restraint uncommon in late 1980s studio comedies. Narratively, Twins is predictable. The story follows familiar comedic beats: discovery, conflict, separation, reconciliation, and rarely deviates from expectation. The criminal subplot involving Vincent's debts and antagonists feels underdeveloped, serving more as narrative propulsion than meaningful threat. Some supporting characters exist purely to advance the plot rather than enrich it, and the third act resolves conflicts with relative ease, reducing dramatic tension. While thematically sound, the screenplay occasionally prioritizes warmth over narrative complexity, where the film could have improved. A more robust antagonist or higher narrative stakes could have strengthened the film's final act. Expanding Vincent's criminal past beyond comedic inconvenience might have given greater weight to his transformation. Additionally, allowing Julius to experience moral doubt rather than unwavering certainty could have added depth to his otherwise idealized character arc. For general audiences, Twins remains an accessible and emotionally satisfying comedy. Its humor is broad but not crude, and its heart-forward storytelling gives it longevity beyond its era. For modern viewers, the film plays as a time capsule of late 1980s studio comedy, but one distinguished by sincerity and strong performances rather than excess. Its themes of family and belonging remain universally relatable. Film rating 7 out of 10. A warm, character-driven comedy elevated by strong performances and surprising emotional restraint, even if its narrative remains conventional. Final thoughts. Twins, 1988, succeeds not because of its high-concept premise, but because it commits to emotional honesty beneath the humor. By allowing its characters to grow rather than simply collide, the film transcends novelty and becomes a genuine story about connection and identity. Like and subscribe, because sometimes family isn't about genetics, it's about who shows up when it counts.
You want me, baby, let me know all in this. You want me, baby, show